That's going to happen. They're just instantly get picked off. A few Zealots alongside an Archon going to move, I think, towards the upper right-hand position. So when HyuN's sucking up like crazy, adding in buildings to help us defend. I think those 5 Zealots alongside an Archon are going to try to get in through. Corsair's going to come in, pick off all those Overlords. Muto's going to come in, try to defend this. Some Scourge going to come in, going to manage to land, pick off one Corsair, then I think another one picked off by the Mutos, but I still think the Scourge are going to push all those Mutos back. Mutos are not going to be in here to defend. Some more Scourge are going to come in, pick off yet another Corsair. Muto's going to run in yet again, try to pick off the rest of these Corsairs, try to get in a surround on them, but Archon along the ground going to help push these Mutos back. Still only 2 Corsairs left at this point, but not that many of them. Corsairs going to be forced to run back. The Archon going to be needing to get that some shots on those Scourge so they don't pick off the Corsairs. Corsairs getting another shot. More Scourge line on the one. Oh, every single last Corsair getting picked off. But Zealots and Archon completely killing all the mining at this base. Meanwhile, not picked off all these sunken colonies, and actually a couple of Zealots ran back. So at this point, I think what Free needs to do is continuing building up his Corsair count, and despite the fact they lost all of them, still still going to manage to resaturate, still going to manage to, kind of get his cascade of Corsairs up pretty quickly. Meanwhile, has the Archon out in the field. The second one has those Zerglings. I think he's gonna run. Instantly gonna run back towards that base. Archon lagging a little bit in behind. The Zealots, a lot of free shots on the Zealots. Unfortunately, some Scourge trying to fly downwards, but the Zealots are just gonna get a surround. Try to surround the second lines before they come and try to do some decent amount of damage. Archon coming in as well, gonna get some splash on those. But with those Mutalisks in play, no Corsairs to support, not really gonna manage to do too much with this. Zerglings on the ground as well. Not enough Zealots to block that for that Archon. And the Mutalisks splitting themselves up so they don't take the splash from it. So Zealots are going to manage to do some damage, force the drones to burrow. Not really much else going on, not really much else going to happen. Zealots is going to be milled out, but Free taking this opportunity to pick up a third of his own. And not really much damage done to him. He's getting his Corsair number up yet again. And he's just putting on constant pressure. He's losing some forces, definitely, but it's giving him an opportunity to expand. Meanwhile, he just making HyuN focus on this base constantly, finally now moving out with more Corsairs and an Archon on the ground yet again, constantly just pushing out with several Zealots and an Archon until he finally finds an opening enough to do some damage. Corsairs lagging a little bit behind. They need to be there. Needed to be there 10 seconds ago. HyuN still managed to just split up his Mutos fairly well, but this Corsair is doing way too much damage to really allow these Mutos to take them on head-on, especially with an Archon on the ground. Still a couple of Zealots in there. Probes are going to die, and Corsair's just going to chase these Mutos around and pick all of them off. Wow, only a few managed to escape with their lives, while Free, meanwhile, picking up the base at the 6th. Very carefully putting down 3 cannons, before he does that. Very nice. Let's see, I think 6 gateways producing, troops still producing, just Zealots that he tries to run at the upper right. And I think he's just keep doing this, just keep pressuring their upper right hand. Keep getting his Corsair number up, and this is kind of reminiscent of Cal's style of play. I think I gotta say, although I think Cal, he expands a bit later and tries to get a larger army before he expands, while Free's kind of like just sending out decent forces of armies before while he expands alongside. Scourge managed to land and pick off one Corsair. Some of the probes running off the line, just trying to block for those forces on the ground to come in so he can pick those off. Some Zerglings get into the cannon line, but gonna pick at least 2 of those cannons off. Wondering whether they actually managed to pick up a third. Don't think they're gonna quite manage to. And despite those Mutos in the air, I think Free's actually going to take the opportunity to try to run towards the upper right hand yet again, try to pick off at that natural. Has a lot of Zealots this time around, has an Archon as well, and that or never mind. Actually, I think he's going to go for the actual natural expansion there. A couple Archons, interesting. And we're blacking behind. We don't have time to kill these Overlord actually surrounding and picking off a Archon. That's pretty nice. Actually spotting that position, okay, this may not be the best position for us, so we're going to run through the upper right hand instead. Observatory should be up now for him. I saw him putting it up. But he doesn't have any observers out yet. He needs that to run towards that upper right hand because there are a couple workers that are waiting, just waiting to kill some Zealots. 3 Archons out in the field right now. I really like this Freeze, pretty powerful ground army. Let's see, Carapace 1 upgrades ready for HyuN. Not quite sure. I don't think he has weapons 1 yet. Let's see in the episode. The protoss of weapons 1. So Zealots and Archons are going to be fairly effective. As long as they manage to do something on the ground. A bunch of Scourge running around, just searching for something to kill. I think they are in particular going to be wanting to hunt that observer, which they can't see at the moment. But let's see. Okay, he is going to go for the full-on attack. Mass Corsair death, but oh well. Some spore colonies as well there to prevent those from doing too much. Archons. Oh, only one Archon left already. Damn, darn. Gosh darn it. But with Observer in there, at least the Lurker's not going to be as effectual. But some of the Zealots starting in by picking off the spore colonies, and that's not really as important now since the Corsairs are all dead. But it's also important, just in case you kind of want to keep the Observer alive. Last Lurker. Last Lurker. Pick off the last Lurker, would you please? Please, sir, do pick off the last Lurker. Some Dragoons coming in to support from the back. Finally, something that can actually be somewhat effective against Lurkers without dying in seconds. Well, not in seconds. Zealots actually can take quite a few hits from Lurkers before dying, but it's still kind of annoying. Them running around, don't knowing what to do, kind of like headless chickens being attacked by Lurkers. What are these spines coming out of the floor? Ow, ow. Why are these spines coming to the floor? Ow, shields down. Why are these spines coming to the floor? Ow, ow, ow. Well, actually, they don't go splat. They kind of go whoop. And air. Let's see, 2 more Stargates being added in, and a fleet. Free. I officially love you. I officially love you. 2 additional. Oh man, I love this guy. Is he really? I mean, this could be just him going mass Corsairs and adding in Disruption Web. But. Adding in D-Whip to that, but it could be us. Oh god, the Woongjin coach seeing the scout, he's like, that better be a. Actually, which would you want to be? That to be a sort of an insult, or to be an actual strategy? It's like, okay, would you like it to be a sort of an actual strategy, an insult on his part, or a mistake? I mean, I don't know whether Fleet Beacon, if he's seriously thinking of going Fleet Beacon just to get the scout upgrades and go mass scouts, because he's certainly putting enough pressure on the ground to possibly do that, going to prevent the 12 o'clock from going down, and he's already picked off the natural expansion upper. I think this is like partial insult for Fleet, because he's so far ahead. He's 3 bases against the zerg on 2. The ground army still wants to control everything. It has 3 scouts in the air at the moment, with I think no upgrades whatsoever. But he's just gonna go down. I'm gonna kill your forces this way. Hey, yay for me. His probes moving around as well. I think those are to pick up some bases. Mass Lurker is gonna move out for HyuN alongside some Zerglings, but he's gonna find himself facing off against scouts. HyuN with minimal reaction. He's like, GG's the minute he sees the 3 scouts. Ouch. He's like, you're sending out a Zerg against me? Really? You guys, you did not do your homework, did you? Oh, well. So Free gets 1 back, so it's even Steven now. Love that line. 2-2 between MBCGame and Woongjin Stars. Sounding to be very, very exciting. Free with a big smile on his face. So that's going to be all for me tonight, guys. I'm going to cast more as soon as I wake up tomorrow. But way too tired now. I just when you get too tired, you kind of don't want to cast because you're afraid it's going to make you not notice stuff and such. So you guys are going to have to live with 4 matches for tonight. 3 more, maybe, that is. 3 more. Perhaps 3 more tomorrow night. And yeah, we're just going to see what happens. So GG guys, wrenching out. Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed.